Amber Heard pooped. She pooped on my Nintendo Switch. Now I know what you're thinking to yourself. He's back on drugs. He's gotten back into his old habits from when he was a teenager. My God, we need to save RGT. And no, that's not the case at all. Okay, I have not done drugs for a very long time. I am a person who is just a little bit out there sometimes. And I made a tweet yesterday saying that I was going to make a video talking about Amber Heard pooping on my Nintendo Switch, kind of as a joke, but then people started to call my bluff. Oh, you won't do that. You won't do, don't test me, bruh. Do not test me, because here we are. And I was going to do this on the side channel, but there's nothing going on. I planned on playing Kirby this morning, Kirby 64, because I've never played that game before, but it's not out yet on the eShop. So I needed a video for today, so we're moving this to the main channel. Amber Heard, she pooped feces on my Nintendo Switch, much like the birds who keep taking dumps on my car. She pooped on my Nintendo Switch. Now, what do I mean by this? What is going on? What is the point of this video? I don't really know, but I do kind of want to share some thoughts on things, because while obviously this has nothing to do with video games, it does have to do with YouTube, this whole Johnny Depp versus Amber Heard trial, and a lot of people have very interesting viewpoints. I've actually seen video game websites such as Polygon cover this situation, and so, you know, I'm gonna dip my toe into it. And I mean, let's be real, people are super interested in this case, and maybe people will be interested in Amber Heard pooping on my Nintendo Switch. So let's start the conversation here. I don't give two shits about celebrities. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care what someone who is so disconnected from reality has to say about something dealing with reality. Like, these people live in these mansions with all these gated people and all this security, but they're the people you're taking life advice from. They're the people you're taking monetary advice from. They're the people you're taking advice from when they probably don't even wipe their ass anymore. And maybe Amber should have someone to wipe her ass, because she seems to have a bit of a pooping problem. All right. Now let's get into the case itself, the situation. Like I said, I don't know anything about celebrities. When I heard the name Amber Heard versus Johnny Depp, this is something that's been sort of circulating for many, many years. Never looked into it because I don't care. I honestly didn't know who Amber Heard was. All right. When I saw this case being, you know, trotted out and put on trial in front of America, I recognized her. I was like, wait a second, I do know this chick. She was on Top Gear once. I'm a man who loves Top Gear UK, none of that rebooted Top Gear shit, none of that Top Gear USA stuff. No. Give me Clarkson, Hammond, and May. Okay, if it's not those three, not interested. But she was actually a guest on there, probably, I don't know, it has to be 10 plus years ago. And I was like, whoa, this is an attractive female. Jeremy Clarkson interviewed her. She seemed like a nice enough girl. She seemed, you know, Clarkson kept alluding to the fact that she was bisexual, which at that time was like, whoa, sexuality. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. She likes to make out with dudes and chicks. So I recognized her from that. And I was like, oh, well, she seemed like a nice girl. What the hell happened? And then you read this case and you learn about this case, and it goes off the rails, man. Now, Johnny Depp, I am a fan of Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp, of course, works a lot with Tim Burton, and I am a Tim Burton fan. I love Tim Burton stuff. I've been a fan of Johnny Depp since Edward Scissorhands. Like, I love that movie, and, you know, he was great in that role. And throughout the years, Johnny Depp has worked a lot with Tim Burton, so I am familiar with Johnny Depp. He always seemed like a nice enough guy. This just seemed like a domestic situation that got out of control. Evidently, Depp was drinking, they were fighting, she chopped off part of his finger, and she pooped on his bed. Now, you know, when I first heard that, I was like, well, I mean, she's pretty hot. Like, if she wanted to come over and poop in my bed, you know, how much are sheets on Amazon? 20 bucks, 30 bucks? I don't need those Egyptian cotton stuff. Just give me some cheap sheets, swap them out. But it was done in a more malicious way, and it's like, whoa, what is wrong with you? So watching this case and watching some of all the memes that have come from it, because it's been very entertaining, what the hell does this have to do with YouTube, like I said? And how does this, you know, sort of interact with YouTube? Well, since this case has been happening, there have been channels that have seemingly came out of nowhere who have been covering this case, making memes about this case, and they're getting millions and millions of views. So Polygon, actually, I believe Polygon and Kotaku, but I might be wrong. I know Polygon for sure. Polygon reached out to some content creators and asked them, what is up with this? And there were content creators saying, yeah, I used to be a gaming channel. Nobody cared what I had to say. So I ended up becoming a channel talking about this whole case. And I've been making tons of money and tons of, getting recognition, getting new subscribers, so on and so forth. And I mean, that's something common you see with a lot of gaming channels. A lot of gaming channels, if they never really stick, they end up trying to do something else, whether it's celebrity stuff, drama, whatever it may be. This is a very commonplace. This dude who they interviewed was making like $300,000 in 1 month talking about this case. And I was like, you know what? Good for you. Like, good for you. Like, who cares what someone else's wallet looks like because of something? They're simply just giving people what they want. They're giving people something that they find interesting. Now, the problem is there's always an underlying thing when it comes to Polygon, when it comes to Kotaku, because we know what kind of websites they are. We know what kind of people they employ to be writers of their websites. They're kind of, those Twitter checkmark peoples. I like to be the antichrist of the Twitter checkmark because while I agree with them on some things, sometimes they say things that are just completely irrelevant and stupid. And then they pretty much siphon it into their reader base and they try to create outrage and, controversial topics that have nothing to do with video games, but then bring it in under that umbrella and make you think that there's a problem, make you think that there's a situation. And of course, what was the undertone with this situation? Misogyny. This is all based on misogyny. Everyone is doing this because Amber Heard is a woman and Johnny Depp is a man. What the fuck does that have to do with anything? Okay, look at this like an adult would look at this. Look at this like someone who has a brain that's developed beyond elementary school would look at this. Okay, this isn't boys have cooties and girls have cooties. No, these are two grown adults who had a domestic dispute, and she was both physically and mentally abusing this man. That's it. Okay, if the roles were reversed, nobody would have a problem talking about it because, that's a more common thing. Let's be real. When you look at domestic abuse cases, most of the time they are perpetrated by men. Now, is that because men don't come out and talk about it? I mean, that could be part of the reason, but I feel like most of the domestic disputes, a lot of them, probably a majority of them, do involve men perpetrating it on the women. So when the script is flipped, and the shoe is on the other foot, now it's misogynistic. Now it's a bad and evil thing. So I'm sitting here wondering to myself, what the hell does this have to do with video games? What does this have to do with anything? And then it all sort of clicked for me. Why places like Polygon are upset. Why places like Kotaku are upset. Why everyone's trying to smear campaign anyone who talks about this. Because people are making money. People are making money. And they don't like it. When you look at what a person who works at Polygon, a person who works at Kotaku, even a person who works at IGN makes yearly, it's astounding. It's astounding, especially considering where they usually have to live, which is California. Now, 40 or 50 grand can get you a lot in certain parts of the country. 40 or 50 grand in California gets you a taco, an Uber ride, a studio flat with 9 other people. Like, people just don't like to see other people be successful. People don't like to see other people do better than them. And it's such a bizarre thing to me because who cares? Who cares? What does that have to do with your life? What does that impact you? Oh, the only reason it would impact you is if you're jealous. And that's what this all boils down to. People are jealous of other people who do well on things like YouTube and who are able to succeed in life more so than they're able to because they think, oh, why isn't it me? Why isn't it me? I don't know. Why isn't it you? Put yourself out there. Put in the work. Put in the dedication. Sacrifice things. So, Amber Heard, she pooped on my Nintendo Switch. Now, what's the point of this video? Obviously, if you know RGT, you know what the point of this video is. I am trying to secure the bag. Maybe this video will go viral and people will watch this video and new faces will be introduced into my channel. And you know what? That would be cool. Maybe this video will fall flat on its face. It's better than having nothing up today because Nintendo doesn't know how to update the eShop in a timely manner, so I can experience Kirby 64 The Crystal Shards. I've never played this game before. Why is it not up already? This is oh, it's gonna come out on the 20th. What if I stayed up to midnight? You know, or 3 a.m. because I'm on the East Coast, because we do everything by California time, and I want to play this game. You took away this game from me. So maybe Amber Heard didn't poop on my Nintendo Switch, but Nintendo sure as hell did, because they didn't let me play Kirby, and now I'm talking about celebrities and misogyny and Polygon and I don't know. But I did have fun making this video. I had fun talking about it, so maybe some people will resonate with it. What do you think of this? Is this whole case based on misogyny and that's why it's popular? Or is it because they're two entertainers who are in the public eye constantly and that's why people are invested in it, because people like to live vicariously through entertainers because their own life is just miserable and they don't have anything going on with it? And is that why this is getting so much attention? Are there misogynistic undertones with it, or is it just two individuals who treated each other badly, but one of them treated the other one way more badly, and it just happens to be a female and a male? Let me know what you think of this in the comments section down below. Amber Heard, stop shitting on my Nintendo Switch. Birds, stop shitting on my car. And as always, catch you guys on the next video. Later.